What's up everyone and welcome to Ola Testing. Today I'm trying out the new Quad Cortex plug-in firmware. Neural DSP has just made the Quad Cortex compatibility beta available for artists and testers out there. So you're probably gonna see a bunch of new videos today. I'm not getting paid and I'm not sponsored to do a video, but I am stoked to try out this new firmware since I am an owner of both the Quad Cortex and the Archetype plugins. Something that Neural sort of half promised or talked about when they released the Quad Cortex a couple of years back was that you will be able to play the Neural Archetype plugins in the unit. Perfect if you already owned a couple of their plugins. And then when they launched the Quad Cortex, people were mad because they couldn't. The option simply wasn't there. While in reality, if they just spent a little bit more time with the unit, they could find all these components of the Archetype plugins in the Quad Cortex already. They just had to dig in deep and know which one was which. But still, it's not the same as having access to your plugins. Anyways, today I just want to quickly test it out and see if I can get the Quad Cortex to sound exactly like the Archetype Plini X. It's become sort of like a staple for my Sunday with Ola tone. On the unit itself, this is what it looks like. You have access to a new section now when you make a block called plugins. And in there you can find the plugins you purchased and synced to your iLok and the individual components of that particular plugin right there. And I find the different amplifiers right there, the different cabinets, the different shimmer reverb of the Gojira plugin, for instance, the wow pedal, the octaver. And out here in the blocks, it has a small little text above the block where it says Pli for Plini, obviously. I've copied my Plini rhythm preset that I have in Archetype Plini X on my computer to the Quad Cortex. I made two separate single path, one with the Plini plugin being copied, going to send 1 and 2. So that goes into one track, and then I have a complete DI track going through output 3 going into the plugin on the computer. Dude, this is a little bit confusing. That means that I'm going to be able to compare the two when I'm trying them out right now. This is how it sounds. To me, it sounds pretty identical, I must say. The only thing is that I feel like the low end of the Quad Cortex is indeed sounding a little bit different from the plugin tone that I'm getting right here. All right, so I did a match EQ. You can take a look at it right here. Basically showing that the Quad Cortex version is lacking a little bit of low end that the actual plugin on the computer does have. So there is a little bit of a difference, but at the same time, if you take a look at the rest of the match EQ, there's not really a difference at all. And to my ear, I can't really hear that much of a difference. Chords? Even though Neural told me a long time ago that the amplifiers of the plugins are available in the Quad Cortex, this will make it a lot easier for people to find, and make their exact copy of the plugin on the unit itself. It's going to be a lot easier to just pinpoint what amplifier was used in the respective plugin on the unit. And actually, I think my favorite part is that since I can take different blocks from different plugins, I can basically create my favorite plugin or replicate blocks from different plugins as one preset on the Quad Cortex. I really like the whammy of the Gojira plugin, for instance. I just click here and I put it right there, and I can use the whammy from the GoDrive plugin with my Plini X preset. I think that's kind of cool. I mean, technically, I can do the same on the computer, but then I have to have 2 instances of plugins to be able to do this and mute different parts, for instance. So there you go, a short little test of the new Quad Cortex firmware. The firmware also included other features as well, but I guess a bunch of other YouTubers will probably cover that. So, goodbye.